Mike Peden, Latoya Turk, and Apple Valley Zone, Michael Parham here. Michael, I see there's a few friendly faces. Your coach, Brian Doty, former Eastview coach, Melissa Gieberts. Everyone's coming out to watch this game.
Yeah, and it's so fun having like people that you know come out to support you, and we all have such good memories playing for Melissa and Dan as well. So it's fun.
So the second half about to start. White Bear Lake knocking down some three-pointers. They lead Stillwater 30-28. Courtney Crouch with 9. Anna Sanders with 6. Those are your notables. And for Stillwater, Liza Carlin, 14 points. Sarah Scalia with 11. Sarah still looking for that three-point shot. Just one three-pointer since entering this building. She was 7 of 7 in the quarterfinal round against North St. Paul.
Stillwater's definitely good enough to start.
And as we said before, Stillwater a stronger second half team. They're going to need it if they want to complete this dream season and reach state.
That's hard. I mean, the number 24, I don't know her name, but she's got 2 major rebounds underneath the basket.
That's Brianna Corey.
Brianna Corey.
And White Bear Lake again exhibiting their patience. 3 no good. Carlin gets the rebound, and it goes off out of BC. All right, for Stillwater. They went down by 8 for a while, got it to within 2. What do they need to do more of here to close out in the second half?
I think they need to limit White Bear Lake's second chances or third chances. Liza cannot be the only one crashing the boards. I know I've definitely been there certain games when it just seems like you're the only one that's going for the rebound. So if they are able to limit them there, they can get started on their offense, on the offensive end much quicker.
We've got some blood on Delaney Wagner, so we'll have a timeout to get her subbed out. Safety precaution. Neither side took a timeout, so both teams saving them. That could lead to some interesting strategy here. But as we've said, Stillwater, they come out flying in the second half. And Grace Cody draws the foul. Grace Cody, one of Stillwater's role players, but she is a three-point threat. And she came up big in some games this season. Against Eden Prairie. Back in mid-February, she knocked down a few to help Stillwater pull away.
Good for her.
And this Stillwater team, they are battle-tested. They played 4 of the 5 Lake Conference teams. Went 2-2, losing to Hopkins and Wayzata. The Wayzata game went to overtime and defeated Eden Prairie and Edina. And how about their conference season? Undefeated, winning their first conference title in years.
They were a pretty tough conference.
I don't know, Michael might have something to say about that.
South Suburban Conference is very tough. When you look at who's going to state, there's always like...
Eastview punched their ticket. Farmington having one heck of a season.
Yes. Shakopee as well.
And Farmington, you know, we'll see if they can... They'll play tomorrow with Lakeville North. We'll see if they can end the supremacy of the Panthers. But how about Farmington, that young core?
It also feels good to say that we went 1-1 with them, so.
And Rosemount too, a lot of young guns. They pushed Eastview to the limit. And they sent you home. Hopkins up 37-25 at the half. Everyone's wondering, will this be the year Hopkins wins a state championship? If Stillwater gets through, they have something to say about that. I think they would like another shot after losing big in the first meeting. But the Suburban East, you've got Stillwater, Roseville, Forest Lake. They've been good. Cretin-Durham Hall the last few years. The South Suburban, Eastview. You guys weren't too bad.
Not too bad at all.
you were all right. Alexis Pratt taking the first. Well, Michael, since we're giving you endless flattery here, I know you said you're undecided on a major, but what do you see yourself in a post-playing career?
I don't know. I switch it all the time, but I've been going around telling people maybe someday I'll be the governor of Minnesota.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you could be the next Jessica January. Be the next broadcaster.
It's definitely fun. So.
Actually, what would be better, you and Jessica January calling the game together?
Oh my goodness, that'd be like a dream.
Man, I could see the two of you smack talking to Paul and Creighton now. So Pratt split at the line, White Bear Lake with a turnover, and here's a chance for the Ponies to put a stamp here. Sarah Scalia, we know she's got range, but she has yet to find it in this gym. And at Stillwater, we've seen her at Mounds View, Forest Lake. She can go lights out, but here at Hastings, for whatever reason, this has not been a friendly gym for her. And I don't know if it's the lighting, just neutral territory. What do you think is at play here?
It could be a number of things, but you got to make the adjustment. And if your shot's not falling, she does have other things in her bag, so maybe go to those things until you get yourself going.
3 on the way. No good from Lauren Eckerly. Offensive rebound for the Bears.
And those are those second chance shots there.
Yep.
And Courtney Crouch knocks down the 16-footer. White Bear Lake calls timeout 32-31. And Michael, you had to get accustomed to it, playing in neutral territory. Last year was Concordia St. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I believe it was High Seed. So you had to play Eastview in that weekend, or did you get to play at home?
We played at home because we were the 2 seed.
2 seed. But what is it like going into a neutral atmosphere, a neutral gym where you don't have a whole lot of time to practice? You only get 20 minutes to warm up, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I really liked playing at Concordia. It gives you the opportunity to come in and say, this is my territory. I'm going to play my game here. Versus coming into, let's say, Eastview, their gym. They know that gym so well, and the lights give them energy. I don't know, but when we played them, they had start out the game 3 3-pointers in a row, and it's just like the energy they have in that gym is crazy. Same for us at home games.
Well, when you make state for now 8 years in a row, it creates a feedback loop, and Eastview, they're always tough. Sarah Scalia not giving up on the 3, gets one to fall. Like we said, you will never have to tell Sarah Scalia to keep shooting.
I wouldn't.
Well, she won't. She'll keep firing away. She knows that one's got to go in. And that's a big 3-pointer for the Ponies. Courtney Crouch responds on the other end. What a game from Courtney Crouch, the senior.
Yeah, and Crouch is really well on that baseline, putting the ball on the floor, getting to the basket. It's really under control.
Mm-hmm.
Pratt was looking for Wagner down low and throws it away. 34 all, 15:04.
And here's that full court press. Let's see how Stillwater executes it.
I know no one was expecting a result like this after Stillwater won the last meeting by 47 points. But they get the steal. Scalia, a 3 in transition, pure. And Sarah Scalia, the Sarasaurus Rex, could be breaking loose in San Diego again. Look out if you're Stillwater, or White Bear Lake, I should say, but they're not done yet. Adebisi cuts away inside. Scalia draws the foul.
And if she wouldn't have got held there, she would have had a clear cut line to the basket because Adebisi was still turned around running transition.
And so that may have been a smart foul on White Bear Lake to deny an open lane. 37-36, but now Stillwater's hitting their threes. That could be big trouble for White Bear Lake.
Oh, yeah.
Pratt doesn't have any room. She'll back out. Finds Wagner, pulls up, swish.
Way to be patient on that play. Keep your dribble.
Now that Stillwater's being patient, they can really take their time and get their offense going. It's really working out for them.
As we said, they are great at making adjustments in the second half. Jump ball, Stillwater with the arrow, and you have to remember who's leading them. Willie Taylor, he won 2 state championships at St. Paul Central, and he has spent the last few years helping build this Stillwater program. And when Sarah Scalia first came in with Willie Taylor, they weren't winning a whole lot. Her sophomore season, Stillwater was eliminated in the quarterfinal round. Last year, they lost a close one to Woodbury. Willie Taylor told me he watched that game 10 times.
I can believe it.
He probably watched it 11. And now he has a chance to bring Stillwater to state.
I bet you if he asked his wife, she would say he watched it 40 times.
Liza Carlin up and in.
And now you can see the Stillwater crowd getting into it. That gives your team energy.
Willie Taylor, remember, he has not been to a state tournament since 2013. Before he left the St. Paul Central job, came back, and nothing but respect for Willie Taylor. Liza Carlin missing the three-point play. She's missed a couple of those. You may know the story. I brought up her free throw numbers, and she won't let me forget it.
Oh, she was talking to me about it before the game.
She told everybody. Did she tell you about the stare down she gave me at the Tartan game?
She mentioned it.
It's up there. You want to watch it. It's on the archives. We used it in a story I did on Liza Carlin. Oh, that'll be an infamy. Courtney Crouch looking to knock down the three. She can't. And that is a foul on White Bear Lake. They're going to call it on Eckerly. I thought she had position inside, but she must have pushed Alexis Pratt.
Yeah, it was a little bump there. Yeah. I'm glad you called it a push and not an over in the back.
Well, Eckerly had position, so you really can't go over and back on her.
Well, there's no such thing as an over the back foul anymore. They're called push fouls.
Or in Michael's case, are you kidding me?
Yep.
It's one of those are you kidding me fouls.
I mean, you're as small as Alexa, you have to have good position to get that push foul called.
I remember I've chatted with her mother, Michelle, many times, and I saw Alexis Pratt for the first time at North St. Paul, and she impressed me. She got my attention, and her mother goes, because of how tiny she is?
She's strong.
Because she's an annoyer. You know, she went in there, got the steal off a sloppy pass from White Bear Lake, but she's an annoyer. And here's Sarah Scalia. Drives, no good. And the rebound to Hughes. But White Bear Lake trailing by 5.
She's had some pretty key rebounds for White Bear.
Hughes, she's had quite a game.
Ooh.
Look out.
Way out.
Ella Janicki, I don't know if she was trying to mimic Scalia, but I'm not sure if I would take that shot, and we're going to have an offensive foul. I believe it on Carlin. Yes. Jester first, but that's unfortunate. Wagner was ready to step into that three. And that could be a momentum swing. .12-11 to go in the second half.
You know, or as I would say on the bench, just get it back. Just get the ball back.
Here comes the press. White Bear Lake has nowhere to go. This was a staple at St. Paul Central when Willie Taylor was coaching the Minutemen. It was key to their back-to-back state championships in 07 and 08. Michael was maybe half her size back then. But Angel Robinson, Kiara Buford, who won a state title as a coach last year at Cooper, Kiara Taylor, Sarah Scalia, three-ball, corner pocket.
Same spot. Same spot as I got that offensive charge call.
Yep.
So just get the ball back, right?
And Stillwater dialing up the pressure.
I think both teams feed off of their offense more. That's what gets them started instead of being get it back on defense and then your offense will flow. It's more offense and then defense will follow because you're already hyped.
Right, Stillwater, they like to push. Against Woodbury, Scalia had that layup. That's a foul on Amber. Then she followed up with a steal, and she was committed to attacking. And when you look at Stillwater's scoring and how much that has increased since Willie Taylor took over, that's an astute assessment, Michael. Their offense feeds into their defense. Stillwater, much like Hopkins and even Wyzetta this year, they want to pile on the points.
And they have 3 players averaging double digits.
The big three, Scalia, Pratt, and Carlin. And next year there'll be another Scalia. Oh, that was close to a 5-second call on Corey. They will not give Corey continuation, and that's unfortunate because Corey had scored or would have scored.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Well,
That would be nice.
if you're White Bear Lake, it would be. And here comes Allison Benning, the pitching ace for Stillwater softball. Led the Ponies to a miracle run at the state championship. Off the inbound, White Bear Lake rattles in a 3. It's Anna Sanders, her third triple, and a timeout. 5-point game. Stillwater knocking down their threes, but White Bear Lake not going away.
This is one of my favorite parts of the game, is watching the refs do the signaling to the table for the timeouts. Fun fact about LaToya.
All right, Michael, any more fun facts that you want to share about Sarah and Eliza Carlin?
Off the court, they're so goofy. I can't.
They are.
Yeah. Just all the fun nights that we've had in hotel rooms from AAU tournaments is.
I said Sarah Scally has got a little Whalen in her. You know, Whalen has Gentry. Sarah had the Scal squad on a long trip to Moorhead, but Stillwater won in a runaway.
Yep.
Sarah was showcasing her sarcastic, silly side. In interviews, she's a little shy, much like Whalen was at her age, but I imagine that will improve over time. I imagine she'll get some etiquette training in Minnesota, but Sarah's a bit of a rascal, much like Whalen is.
Yep.
I can't wait till next year, Gentry and the Scal squad together.
Oh, that'll be a dynamic duo.
That might be their game plan against you. They might throw that and just make you incapacitated with laughter. I know LaToya and I would be rolling on the floor.
We'll get out of there before you get a 3-second call. Good.
That's the worst call.
I know. And it's usually right when you have your player pinned.
Exactly.
Pratt going back door to Benning. Yes.
And Pratt's pretty solid. You take a hit from her, you're going to need an Advil.
And Pratt, she's one tough cookie. Doesn't matter how much contact she takes. In fact, I think she thrives on it. She doesn't mind getting bumped around a little bit. Pratt, the first member of her class to reach 1,000 points, doing so last year. And I imagine she'll pick up a few more. And this Stillwater team, wait until next year. Sarah will graduate and wear the maroon and gold, but you've got Amber and Gianna Carr will be eligible to play.
Great help side defense there from Stillwater. Yeah, Pratt is a dynamic player. I mean, it's just been awesome to be able to watch her these past few years. Great jump trap there.
Corey off the screen, didn't have room. Sanders, deep 3. I think White Bear Lake, give credit to Stillwater's formation, not giving them an inside lane, but I think White Bear Lake is forcing the issue a little bit. We know Sarah can knock them down from deep, but across the Metro, I haven't seen anyone else display that kind of range consistently.
Right. And you're right, the White Bear couldn't get into their offensive set. That defense was really solid from Stillwater there, so it was a forced shot.
There's the entry pass. White Bear Lake in trouble. They find Crouch. Used up the dribble, needs help. And throws it away. Luca got the steal. It's Scalia. That could have been a proverbial dagger. I know there's a lot of time left, but when you look at the flow of this game, White Bear Lake looking a little out of sorts here. Now they get open. Back door will net a couple of free throws for Kayla Anderson. She didn't play much in the semifinal win over Cretin-Durham Hall.
Kayla took one for the team there.
Just a second on Wagner. Both teams with one foul left to give.
I think in order for White Bear to get started again, they got to get the ball in transition and catch Stillwater off guard.
And I think that's been their MO for their big wins that they've come up with during the regular season and the playoff game with Cretin.
Anderson missing both free throws. Stillwater Last won a section championship in 1988.
Wow. That's a while ago.
That is a while ago as Pratt steps into the elbow, Jay goes off the iron, gets her own miss, finds Carlin open for three. That's no good, and Anderson with the rebound. To give you an idea of how long ago that was, the top grossing film in 1988, Rain Man.
You and your facts, Mike.
There was no WNBA. The Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA Finals over the Detroit Pistons.
Do you hear these facts?
I don't know how you remember all that.
The Dodgers won the World Series that year. Michael wasn't even a thought yet. I think your parents were probably
No, not even close.
Your parents are probably about your age, right? Anderson at the line, missing the front end. And locally, back then, it was a two-class era. In fact, the three-point line, I don't think, was put in play yet at the high school level.
So if you ever need to phone a friend for an answer, you know who to call, right?
I know exactly who to call.
I would use all three of my calls calling Mike.
The refs are definitely calling it a lot tighter the second half.
And as a result, both teams out of fouls to give. Free throws could be crucial here with 8:30 and a 6-point game.
That usually happens when when there's a timeout call and the refs huddle. When they come out of that ref huddle, the game gets called tighter.
And who could that favor here if they are calling it more tightly?
Oh.
If White Bear starts knocking down their free throws.
Pratt knocked down the 15-footer. 8-point lead for the Ponies. It doesn't look like we'll have a repeat of that 47-point runaway. But much like Woodbury, give props to White Bear Lake. They're not playing scared, and you can't. How many other teams would get a little nervous going up against a Stillwater or a Hopkins or a Wayzata? This Stillwater team, they schedule tough when you look at the Lake Conference competition. And Michael, I have to imagine you were fired up to play Eastview and Farmington. You knew you were going to get a good battle.
Yeah, you always know you're going to get a good battle when you play in any South Suburban Conference game.
So a foul was called on Amber Scalia, her third. 1-1 here. Big free throws for the Bears. And Ella Janicki gets the first one to drop. Ella Janicki made a few key plays in that semifinal win. Only scored 4 points in the last meeting with Stillwater. And to give you an idea of how much has changed between meeting 2 and meeting 3, Courtney Crouch held to 4 points. She has 13 here. Pratt sees a lane and makes the most of it.
She's just too quick.
Yeah, very quick first step. Very quick first step. Quick first step, and she's able to finish. And, she's added a jump shot to her game, too. So she's really a threat out there. She can get going.
You'd be playing defense on her, you blink, and she's gone.
Yeah. And it takes a little bit of the pressure off of Scalia and Liza.
Well, Pratt came in last year, and that did wonders for Sarah Scalia. That opened things up for her and helped her become one of the top scorers in the state. That will stay White Bear Lake ball. Scalia's scoring average dropped a little bit, but she did become the first player to reach 100 three-pointers, which doesn't surprise anybody. I'm not sure how much space Waylon will give her next year at the Gophers, but I have to imagine Waylon's watched a lot of tape, or will, in the offseason. And I imagine she will make use of Sarah Scalia's range, because I don't think too many college players can go that deep. But we're seeing more of it. The pace and space, emblematic of the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
And for those who have the range, or those who feel confident, it's trickling down. They see the benefits as Courtney Crouch goes to the line. That's why I think, Michael, you've got to get a three-point shot going, because if you can get that, you're going to be lights out at Creighton. You're going to lead the Big East in scoring, rebounds, Inca WNBA contract.
Speak it into existence. Speak it into existence.
Crouch at the line.
I can tell you from experience, you'll definitely develop a long-range shot.
I've definitely been working on it. It's just got to work on taking it in an actual game setting.
Yeah, you will.
I think we're going to hear big things from you, Michael. That's why I made the effort to cover you guys back in January, coming over from Crete and Edina. .6:25 to go. Scalia takes the shovel pass from Carlin.
Stewart's got to take care of the ball. That middle's wide open. If someone just cut down the middle, looks like they're going to try to run a little time off the clock, hold on to their lead, but it's not much.
It's in that danger zone, you're right. I don't know if you want to get too conservative here, but they will draw the foul and get free throws. And I don't know what the numbers are, but Michael, having gone up against South Suburban competition in section play frequently, how tough is that third meeting? You know, these two, Stillwater won the first two meetings in blowout fashion. This third meeting, they're having to grind for it. What makes that third meeting the trickiest?
Everybody knows everybody's little thing. I know from last year when we played ECU, a lot of people were telling us, oh, like, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. Like, you guys can do this. It just really takes good coaches to nitpick and find everybody's like weaknesses, and it's really easy to exploit them if you watch enough film.
Yeah, especially in this day and age of film. But rewind, did you say you don't know the numbers, Mike?
Not officially, because everyone says it's hard to beat a team 3 times. I believe it's around 33% the teams that aren't able to beat a team 3 times. So the odds are in your favor, but you're right. That third meeting, even if you do win it, it's often the hardest because it's a matter of execution. There are no secrets to uncover. By that point, you know what the opponent's going to bring. You know what you've got.
Uh-oh, game time.
I thought Sarah Scala was going to launch it, but instead she's going to work a little clock. Now she's open. Finds Carlin down low.
Oh, that was a lot of body. Okay, I didn't hear the whistle.
I didn't either, but Liza Carlin did. Liza Carlin, as you noted earlier, a swimming crossover. You don't see that often. You see, basketball and track, volleyball, basketball, but swimming in basketball. And Liza Carlin told me she idolizes Elena Deladon and Missy Franklin. Deladon and
Nice.
Franklin, both Olympic gold medalists.
You know, swimming is great for an athlete's lungs. You really, and your strength. Her brother Ty is also a great swimmer. He's always in the stands cheering for her.
And there's another Carlin sister coming up.
Yeah.
Lexi Carlin. But an opening here for the Bears. Carlin bricked at the line. And I know free throws haven't come to form compared to last year. White Bear Lake, they're able to penetrate. Sanders missing the layup. And White Bear Lake will call a timeout.
Those are those second chances they...
All right, Michael. We mentioned Liza Carlin's idols. Sarah Scalia looked up to Maya Moore, and I imagine looked up to Waylon as well. Who are your idols that you tried to emulate?
Well,
You got to watch the Jones brothers.
yeah, that was... I would for sure say Rebecca Brunson.
Brunson. Dak Brunson, the machine.
Yes, and then someone else, Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson, rookie of the year.
I love watching her play, and I went to my first Lynx game this year, and it was against
Las Vegas.
Yep. And just seeing her run up and down the floor, and I was just like, wow, like
she's a darling.
Amazing. And so like follow her on Instagram, follow her on Twitter.
I interviewed her in her freshman season at South Carolina long before she became a household name, and I remember she told me they had to get the angry Asia out of her because she wanted everyone to be happy, wanted to share the ball, and look what she's become. Won a championship at South Carolina, rookie of the year, and Las Vegas getting the first pick in the draft. I imagine she has a bright future ahead of her. And what a wonderful story. We talked about Sarah Scalia building up the Stillwater program. Asia Wilson did the same at South Carolina.
Your personality is a lot like Asia's. Like, you're very bubbly, you smile a lot, great energy.
Oh, you should have seen Asia freak out when she met her model, or her idol, Blake Griffin.
Like, yeah, I saw the videos.
Big possession here for the Bears, and they score the layup. Ella Janicki makes it a 5-point game. All right, it's crunch time for the Ponies.
And you really have to be careful when Janicki has that ball. She does a great job with that pump fake and getting to the basket. She's not afraid to put the ball on the floor and take a little contact.
Pratt to Carlin. Pass was bobbled, and Willie Taylor will call the timeout. Not over yet. Remember, Woodbury got within 2 with a minute and a half to go. And White Bear Lake, we know they can hit the 3. They can score down low. So if you're Stillwater, how do you close this out?
I think Stillwater's a team that thrives under pressure, and White Bears got to just knock down big shots.
And White Bear's chasing right now, so that energy is high. Stillwater, they need to take care of the ball and box out on defense so that they can prevent those second and third chance shots. Get back on defense so that they don't get easy transition. White Bear doesn't get easy transition buckets.
Mm-hmm.
And then they need to score when they have the ball. We've had a couple times where they haven't been able to convert offensively.
You need smart possession. Scalia off the inbound, getting a friendly bounce. She's up to 22. Big bucket for the Ponies.
Yikes.
But a foul on Wagner, and that means free throws for the Bears. And Courtney Crouch, who's having one heck of a section playoff run here, no matter how it goes for White Bear Lake. And I mentioned this in the semifinal. Last year, they were knocked out in the quarterfinals. First time that ever happened in school history. So to rebound, to get back to this point, they have a lot of seniors they'll lose, including Adebisi and Crouch, but for the younger players and what they have coming up, this will be a huge stepping stone for them to perhaps bring their name back in the conversation. Crouch splitting at the line. But a 6-point game, again, far from over. Scalia, what a move! Oh no! I thought that was going in. Crouch attacks. She misses the layup. Oh, 2 big misses. Scalia lost her balance and coughs it up. Oh my goodness. Can you feel the nerves ratcheting up here?
Yeah, just sit down and play defense, Stillwater.
But time, a factor here for White Bear Lake. Scramble for the ball.
No foul.
Ponies ball.
Looked like Amber got bumped clean into the scores table. Yeah, she took a hard hit there. You see her adjusting her knee pads. Got hit so hard, knocked the poor baby's knee pads off.
Oh. It's always the worst when you get knocked down in front of the ref and they don't help you up. And
who will step up in the clutch? Sarah Scalia. She had 18 in the semifinal win over Woodbury. 22 here. And Carlin only 2 points this half, but there's Cody with a deep 3. You can take it to the bank. Cody making a deposit and a big 3 for the Ponies. Will that be the dagger? We shall see.
So our White Bears got to score pretty quick. Well,
Alexis Pratt has other ideas. Like we said, she's the annoyer.
oh,
Last touch by the Ponies. And Willie Taylor getting an explanation.
well, he was calling a timeout. He's telling the ref I was calling a timeout, and she's explaining I was watching the game.
Officials, you, you either love them or hate them. Mm-hmm. There's no middle ground.
And sometimes at the beginning of the game you love them, and by the end of the game you don't.
A few of my buddies, actually, I've met through officiating because they're always asking for game tape. And how about Alexis Pratt? A couple of key steals here.
There we
Scalia,
go.
baseline, swish.
That's all day for her.
Yeah.
Sarah Scalia, 24 points, and that may be the separating factor Stillwater needed. The Stillwater fans feeling it now. None of the student section was born. In fact, their parents, as we noted, probably their age the last time Stillwater got to state. Their athletic director, Ricky Michael, was just making his way up to the coaching ranks.
Wow.
Fun story, he actually fired himself as a coach to take the AD job.
Oh my
He said the best decision he ever made.
I,
Ricky doesn't take himself seriously, by the way. Crouch going for the scoop shot. Carlin says, I don't think so.
not today.
Right.
And Liza, I've said this many times, the embodiment of the stretch four. She plays the post really well on defense. She's got the three-point shot. The free throws, they'll work on that. I think she'll be better next year, but
I think they're there. She just got to get a little bit more.
White Bear Lake turns it over. That pressure defense from Stillwater, I think, has been impacting getting to White Bear Lake here. As we said, this is a stronger second half team, and it's showing here.
For sure.
All right, Michael, be honest here. How excited are you? I have to imagine this is a big moment for you. You rode along with Scalia and Carlin. They were your ride-or-die buddies in the summer, and I know you would love to hoist a section championship, but see some of your teammates, Macy Giebert, Scalia and Carlin, 66 seconds away.
Yeah.
As hard as it is perhaps to lose a section game like last year, how fun or how gratifying is it to see some of your best friends get that taste of success?
Honestly, this is one of the best feelings. Probably right behind winning one, but I love this. I'm so excited for them. I can just, knowing that they're excited for this, and I'm already getting kind of excited and nervous for them.
A lot of people, I think, have been pulling for the ponies. Sarah Scalia, when she committed to the Gophers, she became a household name. Everyone wanted to get a taste of Sarah. She got a bunch of interviews. I remember that first week.
I remember that
Channel
too.
5, Channel 9, we did an interview with her. So she's been getting a lot of attention all season long.
Yep.
When Liza Carlin's transfer was official, everyone had that sense of anticipation about Stillwater. They knew this Ponies team could be something special.
We talked about it all summer long. We teased Sarah. We're like, ooh, you know, big time commit, and then we're like, Liza, oh, big transfer coming in.
Well, you went to Creighton, so did anyone? I hope someone gave you some love about that.
Oh, of course, of course.
You're going to the Big East. A lot of Minnesota talent down there.
Yeah.
MC McGrory, Marissa Janning, a former Miss Basketball winner. So
yeah.
You're not a fluke either. You're not some accident.
You hold your own. You
Yes.
hold your own.
Yeah.
We're expecting big things from you.
But this was a season with a long history in the making.
So we just don't want to foul at this point, Stillwater.
Just want
No need to.
close out. Well, they've got the win wrapped up here, up by 13 with less than a minute. And White Bear Lake, give them props. They came in with a game plan and executed it to near perfection in the first half, but Stillwater so good at making adjustments. That's what makes them so hard to beat.
Wow.
Pratt playing a little cornerback, she'll get fouled.
And you could see, like,
Is it too late to give Alexis Pratt a shot for the football team?
Scalia went down. She picked her up and then went and stole the ball. Intercepted that pass.
They're ride-or-die teammates.
It's
Much
good
like
to see.
North Tartan, I can only imagine the talent on that AAU team. Callie Tyson, yourself, Macy Giebert, Franny Hottinger, Sarah Scalia, Liza Carlin. That's a scary good team.
Yeah.
A bunch of all-stars in that field. Hottinger, Scalia, Tyson. As Pratt making some free throws here.
You know, you talk about the popularity of the Stillwater program. I have coworkers who know very little about basketball, but they know the names of the girls on the Stillwater girls basketball team.
Great rebound. Yeah.
And they're hustling to the very end. 33 seconds away from ending a 31-year drought of futility. Ever since This team was put together. We expected big things from them, and in the second half, they delivered.
I can't
Stillwater
believe
running
it.
out the clock.
Great job,
The
ladies.
celebration begins. For the first time this century, the Stillwater Ponies are going to the state tournament, and it comes with the sweet taste of redemption after losing the section semifinal. It's over. Stillwater going to state.
That's amazing. I love it.
A tough ending for White Bear Lake, but one heck of a performance coming in as the underdog. No one expected them to be this close, but Stillwater, again, emblematic of their evolution. Last year they had a tough time closing out when things didn't go their way against Woodbury. Sarah Scallion missed a bunch of threes, didn't matter, they came up clutch. And when White Bear Lake was up 8 early, they shrugged it off, and they will be making a date at Williams Arena. So Sarah Scallion will go to her future home, and the rest of the ponies, oh, it's going to be a fun few days ahead for them.
Oh, for sure.
Michael, I know you were cheering them on
Couldn't help myself.
from a distance. Well, you know, throughout the season, because the AAU teammates, you love them just as much
Oh, yeah.
as your high school buddies. You know, Megan Bear, I forgot to throw her name in that mix, and I have to imagine everyone so happy to see the ponies who worked so hard to build up this program. Not much history. Sarah Scallion, the all-time leading scorer across 2,000 points, destroying the old record, and to see Willie Taylor build the same foundation as he did at St. Paul Central. This is the first of what could be many section championships coming Stillwater's way.
Yeah, it's something special they have here at this school.
LaToya, I know you and I have covered this team for the last couple of years. It's hard not to root for Sarah Scallion. What will this win, this championship, this gold medal mean for the ponies?
Oh, this is huge for them. They've worked so hard for the past 3 seasons. I mean, even when it was just Sarah here, she still worked very hard. And so to see them get to this point now, it's well deserved. They absolutely deserve it. They work very
They do.
hard, night in and night out. Teams are coming for them every single night. They had to show up every single night. So even against teams who might not have even won a game, they were coming to play Stillwater. So, and then they just have a really phenomenal coach. So he's a teacher, and he has you can see that the girls' games have elevated over the past years, and so that's what you want to see. You want to see the girls get, better each year, and that's what we've seen with this program.
So we'll take it to the floor for the award presentation, and we'll have a word with a few of Stillwater's big names. This is the Section 4 4A final. Stillwater, section champions for the first time in 31 years.
For White Bear, number 3, Autumn Grissom. Number 4, Kayla Anderson. Number 5, Courtney Crouch. Number 10, Danielle Madden. Number 11, Victoria Adamisi. Number 13, Deba Hughes. Number 14, Paige Nordstrom. Number 21, Ellen Jennings. Number 22, Julia Hewlett. Number 23, Simon Beckaville. Number 24, Brianna Corey. Number 25, Andy Bachmeyer. Number 32, Natalie Andress. and manager, Anna Rosen. At this time, will the captains of the White Bear Lake High School please come forward and receive their runner-up flag. Thanks, round of applause for Coach Holt and the White Bear Lake Bears basketball team for 2018 second 4-4-8 runner-up. We will now honor the section 4-4-8 girls basketball champions from Stillwater High School. Each player and team manager will receive a gold medal. When your name is called, please step forward and receive your medal from the section administrator. Alexis, are you ready? Alexis, right. Number 3, Lizzie Dorschner. Number 10, Alexis Kellogg. Number 12, Abby Shield. Number 13, Allison Benning. Number 14, Sarah Stelman. Number 15, Lizzie Holder. Number 21, Amber Stelman. Number 22, Julia Fontaine. Number 23, Tori Shute. Number 25, Mary Foltz. Number 30, Delaney Wagner. Number 31, Grace Cody. Number 32, Liza Garland. Number 42, Lydia Knudsen. Number 43, Peyton Rudder. Number 44, Leila Vidrone. Number 45, Taylor Brady. Manager, Deanna Carr. Manager, Katie Hartby. And Jill Carr. And head coach, Willie Taylor. At this time, with the captains of the Stillwater High School girls